States. She has over 20 years experience in the hair care industry. She has combined her business savvy to propel her successful career as a salon owner, a celebrity stylist, a community activist. She's done it all. We call her a professional of cosmetology. And she, of course, shares her expert tips on a lot of shows in a column. She does it all. And what I want to say now, she is the author of a book, A Main Attraction. Can you give it up for Kaye?
Sunday mornings, we have this thing that we do at church, and it's called call and response. Okay? So that is when I say something, or when the preacher says something, you let him know that you feel him by responding. Okay? I'm kind of like a preacher. That is, if you would help me out, when I say something, just kind of respond to me every now and then. Can you do that for me, please? If you do, I think I have some pretty good information for you. I think you guys will enjoy a little bit. Now, Hormone Harmony, this event is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So first of all, let's give it up to Dr. Wagner. The first time Dr. Wagner asked me to speak at Hormone Harmony, it threw me off a little bit. Because now I've been doing hair for 20 years, and I guess I didn't realize that although I've been doing hair for 20 years, time has passed for me as well. So when I first started doing hair, I had a very, very young clientele. And so we had some hormone disharmony, but it was a whole different set of hormone issues. Okay? So, and then, like I said, at my church, I'm very involved with young people. I teach at a college. I teach young people. Most of the time, I'm talking to teenage ladies about hair. So when Dr. Wagner invited me to Hormone Harmony, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what to say. That don't have anything to do with me. I mean, really. But after a minute, I realized, Kaye, yes, you need the fan all the time. So much so that I have a hair salon, and one of my girlfriends, her husband is a coach, and he had this box of fans at their house from one of the football games. And when I saw him, I said, what are you going to do with these fans? She said, oh, I'm going to throw them away. I said, oh, girl, no, we got to take these to the salon because everybody in my salon is fanning all the time. I mean, what? So, anyway, I just said that to say, I think I'm in the right place. I think, and then after the last time, I learned a lot of stuff, and it helped me to settle down. So I hope you guys get as much out of this as I did the last time, because I think it's going to help you kind of settle your nerves a little bit, or at least me, because somehow, although I know I've been doing hair over 20 years, I miss the fact that, Hormone Harmony would relate to me as well. So, anyway, let's talk about, first thing they said that I am an author. I am so proud. When the day is over, in the back, Sissy, if you don't mind, this is my assistant, Sissy, and she's going to be in the back, and she has my card, and she also has art form. So I got the first copy. Yeah! I my niece. She's an up-and-coming artist, and you'll see her. And yes, her hair was styled by. Yes. So anyway, I have written a book. So much of what I will share with you today is in the book. I will have the books in my possession next week. And so if you like more information about what I do when the evening is over, Sissy will be in the back with some order forms or some information about how to contact me, okay? So let's get started. What is healthy hair? Before I really address what healthy hair is, let me just start by saying, how many of you have ever heard the song by India Ari, I Am Not My Hair? I'm not. Usually, I like that song, and I listen to that song a lot, and I like India Ari. I love her music, and I love the fact that she would have the nerve to sing about a song that I love, a topic that I love to death, which is hair. So, when I first heard the song, I'm celebrating and grooving, because as you can see, I'm kind of soulful a little bit, and I like to dance and all of that kind of stuff. But as I continue to listen to the words, she says, you know, I'm not my hair, I'm not my skin. I think that's wonderful. But let me just ask you, how many of you know if you're having a bad hair day, that's really a bad day? I mean, for real? And I get the gist of what she's saying. I really do understand that we are so much more than hair and skin. And I am a beauty consultant, and I like to make sure people understand that I am not superficial and that I am so much more than that. But the reality is, our hair really does mean a lot to us. There was a study at New York, NYU, and the study took 100 women who were postmenopausal that had also had breast cancer. Many of the women had mastectomies, and the women were asked about their experience going through chemo and the likes. Almost half of the women said that losing their hair to the chemo was as devastating as losing a breast. Does that make us bad people? No, it just says that our hair really does mean a lot to us. In fact, Scripture would declare that your hair is your crown and your glory. Okay? So then, if that is the case, we will all have the question, what is healthy hair and how is one obtained? Well, healthy hair is strong, it's elastic, and resistant to breakage. It is also soft and silky to the touch with lots of bounce and shine. Okay? A lot of people have issues with having that balance, whether it's to the extreme left or to the extreme right. Some people have issues of too much moisture, too much shine, too much oil in their hair, and some people have not enough. But you have to find a place of balance. So, the question is, did you know that a healthy strand of hair is stronger than a strand of copper at the same width of that strand of hair? Also, a dry strand of healthy hair should be able to stretch about 15 to 20% of its length without breaking, while a wet strand should be able to stretch about 50%. Okay? By contrast, what is damaged hair? Damaged hair has a rough texture. It's dry, it's dull, it's brittle to the touch. It also breaks very easily, and it's spongy. Okay? So, how does one obtain healthy hair? There are basic 4 contributing factors to healthy hair. That's genetics, that's diet, that's hair care products, and that's your routine maintenance. Those are the 4 components that make up healthy hair. Okay? Let's talk about those. Genetics. Now, sometimes I have people who come in my salon and they ask me a lot of questions about, you know, their hair and why is my hair so thin and all that kind of stuff. Some stuff I can't help you with. You are born, your hair is comprised of 20 amino acids. 11 of them come just from your genetics. Okay? So that means that 55% of your hair, the quality of your hair has to do with genetics. As my sister likes to say, I say it has to do with your DNA. As my sister says all the time, it's Dina. Dina is responsible. So that means that how thick your hair is, the color of your hair, the texture of your hair, all of that has to do with your mom and dad. And there is no magic pill that you can do that can change those factors. That is only determined by DNA. So, no, you cannot take a pill to make your hair. Now, it can get a little, you can have a few more strands, but it's not going to make it extremely thick or anything like that. That has to do with genetics, okay? The next thing has to do with your diet. How many of you heard the statement, you are what you eat? Okay? There's a lot of truth to that. Because, we're all saying we want to be fly, fine, and fabulous. And even though, we're whatever stage you are in the process, premenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal, no pause or whatever.
Yeah.
We all kind of have, we're girls, right? And girls like to look pretty. You like to feel good. So a part of that has to do with your diet. So in the book, I actually go through and outline every vitamin and tell you what each vitamin does specifically for your hair. What vitamin A? So if you have a diet that's rich in protein or a diet that's rich in vitamin A, vitamin E, what you can expect from your hair as a result of those things in your diet. But that's going to be very important. But to just kind of keep it in the time frame today, what I will tell you, that you want to be eating a diet that's high in protein, omega fatty acids. You want to eat a diet that's rich in vitamin E, A, and vitamin C. Okay? Basically that means you want to eat fish, leafy green vegetables, drink lots of water because your hair is nourished through your blood and you need water to move that through your system. As well, you need roughage, as my mother would say. You need fiber in your diet to help eliminate the toxins and the bad things out of your body. Okay? That is very important. And I know people will talk to you about that's important for losing weight, all of that stuff, but that's also a part important for your hair. Okay? The next thing is your hair care products. A lot of times people go in the shelf in the store, they're really, really overwhelmed with the hair care products that's on the shelf and what do I do, what do I need, all of that kind of stuff. Let me say, if you're having issues with your hair care products are not designed to necessarily make your hair grow. That comes from within. I want to make sure you understand that very well. There is no magic, grease, sulfur, aid, none of that will make your hair grow. Okay? If you want your hair to grow, consider a good multivitamin. Don't be tricked into going into the store and buying some super duper grow, some magic bullet one, overnight Rapunzel. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Okay, now hair products are designed to sustain the growth that you have already. They are designed to protect your hair from the heating tools, the element, and they are designed to seal in the moisture that you have already in your hair. But again, just be sure that you understand that they are not designed to make your hair grow. Okay? Lastly, you also need routine maintenance. Now, what is that for? To just protect your hair. You want to shampoo and condition often. You want to have your trims done regularly. I am often asked the question, or let me say, there is a myth that's been propagated in the hair care industry that says trimming your ends make your hair grow. That's not true. Trimming your ends does not make your hair grow. Okay? But let me tell you what it does. Trimming your ends make your hair look very nice, and it also gives you a very healthy appearance. Just much the same as if you have a wonderful home and you have shrubbery out front. By trimming the shrubbery, it doesn't make them grow back any faster. It just helps your house look very nice, right? Likewise, by trimming your ends, it's not going to necessarily make it grow any faster, but it certainly will improve the appearance of the look. So if you want to look fly and fabulous, let's keep those ends trimmed regularly and have routine maintenance, okay? So, I go through and I talk often about what you can expect from your hair at different ages, different stages, okay? So, here are some things that we can talk about in perimenopausal. Because you are starting to lose more moisture in your hair and your body, you want to try to skip on your styling products. Try not to use as much heat on your hair. Make sure you're taking vitamins regularly or at least having a very healthy diet. You want to monitor hair loss because at about this time you start to see your hair thinning, shedding, whatever. You want to make sure you're monitoring the hair loss, okay? Also, you want to pack in the protein. 90% of your hair is protein. So you want to make sure, that's why when people have like fad diets that eliminate protein, then it causes their hair to break. You want to make sure you have a diet that's healthy and protein. Once you get to about 50 and you're actually full menopausal, you want to make sure you're deep conditioning often, because one of the main things that happens is your body stops producing sebum as much, and so your hair is not being moisturized from inside, so you have to moisturize it externally. Okay? You want to eat orange foods. That's your pumpkin. Anything that's orange also has this high in beta carotene, which transfers into the body as vitamin A, which helps your hair to grow. So as often as you can, you want to make sure you're eating orange foods. Also, as you start approaching menopause, make sure you're having your thyroid checked. If you ever have like a sudden, oh, my hair is shedding, think about, having your thyroid checked, because that's an often occurrence at about menopausal age that causes your hair to shed. And then, as it's shedding at the top, it starts growing everywhere else. But you don't want it to go. So you want to remove the unwanted hair, take your vitamins again, and then just be careful not to pull it out. Because life gets overwhelming, and sometimes you just want to, make sure you don't pull it out. Now, the reality is, as much as we don't want it to be, and sometimes at this point your hair starts to thin. Let's talk about a few tricks to just disguise thinning hair. That is, you want to use hair color. Hair color helps you to make, you can do dimensional things with hair color to make it look fuller, and you want to create volume with your haircut. If your hair is thin, try not to wear it just straight and flat to your head. Try to wear it more voluminous. Have layers cut in. That makes it look fuller. And use a volumizing shampoo. It really does work to help your hair look a little fuller. And style it right. Use more roller sets. Use more curls. Because if your hair is thin, it helps you to not look so thin. Now there's a question. Fountain of Youth for color girls only. I was talking about coloring your hair. I put 2 images of Diane Carroll. Both of them were both taken pretty close at the same time. The question is asked, does color really is the secret to the Fountain of Youth? I'm not sure. But I just put those images there so you can decide, so you can see one person. Some people say one of the reasons we look younger, longer now is because 40 years ago, only 20% of the women, adult population were colored. Now, over 70% of the adult population are wearing color. So it helps sometimes to just disguise the gray. If you choose to wear the gray, wear it well. Have it treated so that it's shiny and it looks good, okay? So, what I do, I said before, is I'm just not a hairstylist, but I try to encourage women all the time to just be your best you. So what does that mean? You want to emanate confidence. The best thing that you can wear, do, say, is just show that you're confident in who you are. Okay? You want to exfoliate your skin regularly. That gives you a nice shine, a glow to your skin. It helps you to just look pretty. Also, brighten your eyes. Sometimes, because we have very busy lifestyles, our eyes start being red on the inside, and then you can use makeup and stuff to kind of give your eyes a pop. But make sure that you're addressing the eyes, because they said the eyes is the window to the soul. Okay? Be fragrant. That doesn't necessarily mean body fragrance, which I am a fragrant girl and I love cologne and stuff. But you want to just have a fragrant air about yourself. You want to be pleasant. That also helps you to be your best you. Know you. Know what works best for you. Style yourself accordingly to you. And I know you want to be cute, but don't go with the teenage look when you start getting honest. And don't let folks trick you into doing stuff that's not necessarily you. I want you to be creative and step out the box, but just know who you are. Flatter your best. So for some people that may be your eyes, for some people it may be you have really nice legs, but just kind of get to know you and flatter the things that are best about you. Build a firm foundation. Obviously your mom has talked to you about what it means to look good, add alterations, accessorize, and I'm almost out of time, so I'm running through this, but smile and laugh often. The scripture would declare that a merry heart does good like a medicine, which means basically it makes you feel better. And let me just add this, smiling is just pretty. It just is. So, and she's cute, huh? My time is up. I'm getting ready crucial. So at the end, I like to make sure that you understand that I'm not just saying be pretty, because pretty is not enough. Pretty is nice, it's fine, you know. Pretty can turn heads, but beauty can change the whole world. Pretty is what you are, but beauty is what you do with it. Pretty lifts spirits, but beauty makes them soar. So smile, be bold, show your beauty, because when you put pretty into action, there's no limit to what you can do. Don't settle for pretty, be a force of beauty.